us for the 5A State Wrestling Championships in Perry, the 171-pound weight class. Josh Montesinos, a senior from Jonesboro High School, wearing red uniform and designated as red. Matt Fuhrman, the senior from Starr's Mill, wearing the light blue uniform and designated as green.
Two experienced wrestlers here, both seniors, both been wrestling a long time, both out of the same area. Matt was area champion last week, and Montesinos was the third-place finisher in his area last week.
We remember Matt from Starr's Mill's superlative football season, was a linebacker for the Panthers that reached the Final Four.
He definitely has a fine athletic career in high school. Accomplished great accomplishments, very physical young man. He's got a real nice outside fireman's. There it is. He tried it right there and then shucked and went behind the other way.
And there's 2 points for Fuhrman.
If Fuhrman gets the first takedown, sometimes that can be a big mental boost for you. And statistics show that more often the guy that gets that first takedown goes on to win the match. But I think we've seen a few tonight where that hadn't always been true.
Josh Montesinos is coached by Clay Werner, who the name should sound familiar because it probably is if you're a University of Georgia football fan, the brother of Scott Werner. Both of them went to Jonesboro High School. In fact, Clay
was a wrestler in his own right,
yeah.
Second in the state back in the late 80s. And, all these coaches that have wrestled, and most of them have, they know what it takes. They know the mental part of it. They know the physical demands. So they can really relate to their kids, and oftentimes you go into wrestling practice, you'll see the coach right out there going at it with the kids, hot and sweaty, and they just don't blow the whistle all the time. They get out there and tangle with them. So real kind of special kind of coach-athlete relationship in wrestling.
Fuhrman was third in state a year ago when Starr's Mill participated at AAA.
Montesinos he's had a tremendous tournament. He's really done well, come all the way through, finished third last week, as I said. It's come here, and he's going to be at worst second in the state, but he's got a chance for a state title here. So he's really had a great weekend. He had a real tough first match, but he came through and has gone straight through and won 3 more after that.
Between them, 260 career victories.
The Starr's Mill kids have really just had a fantastic weekend. Coach Statham peaked his team just right. They had a great area last week and a very tough area. Area 4 has proven this weekend to be one of the tougher areas. And then Coach Statham's kids have wrestled great. And, had 5 guys in the finals tonight, and winning those matches with individual state champions.
That is the end of the first period, a scoreless first period. Actually, I should take that back. Fuhrman picked up 2 with a takedown earlier. So it's 2-0 Matt Fuhrman of Starr's Mill leading Josh Montesinos of Jonesboro.
There you see Coach Statham, South Cobb coach for 13 years and moved down to Starr's Mill when it opened to start that program. Opportunity to start a new school from scratch. Great opportunity for him, and boy, what a job he's done.
What a job Starr's Mill has done in just about every area of athletics in the brief time that they've been open.
Oh, they really have, Matt. They fine soccer programs, winning state championships, football team, excellent. Won the wrestling last year, and then again this year, just becoming synonymous with some of those other schools with tremendous athletic programs around the state.
2 more for Fuhrman makes it 4-0.
Fuhrman has kind of got a slowed down pace here. The Jonesboro wrestler, one of the things that's worked well for him is very attacking kind of style and very aggressive. And Fuhrman has kind of slowed the pace down a little bit, which has been to his advantage. Here's his go behind here to get 2. The referee's going to signal it as soon as he gets him back down to the mat. Gives that 2. There's a cutting him loose, giving him the escape. 4-1.
So Montesinos down by 3.
This is kind of a critical time in the match right here. You're down by 3. This next score might determine the outcome. If Montesinos can score, he's back in the match. If he gets scored on, then it's a pretty lopsided score and would have a long way to go. He's in deep right now, though, Matt. He's really done a good job of getting in on that leg. But Fuhrman's battling out there. He's working a little quarter Nelson series with that left arm. Montesinos has got his leg up. He's got to finish it. Nice job.
And there's 2. I mean, that makes it 4-3.
We've got a match now. That was a big takedown. So he's got himself back in the match. He's working on top. He looks like he wants to work legs in a little bit. He tried to slip a leg in there, but Fuhrman battled out of that. They went out of bounds back to the center. Here you see he's got the leg up. He does a little trip and then quickly moves towards the head to get control. 30 seconds remaining. Fuhrman comes up off the mat. He's got a whizzer in. You see that arm wrapped over the other arm. It's called a whizzer. He'll try to force leverage down. Montesinos changes off to double. Does a great job of battling out of that. Needs to keep Fuhrman from scoring here. If he can go into the third period down 1, it's going to be a down to the wire match.
So a strong second period by Josh Montesinos, and we'll go to the final 2 minutes with a 1-point match. Matt Fuhrman leading Montesinos 4-3 going into the final 2 minutes.
Advantage right now might be to Montesinos. He's down. All he needs to do is get a way to tie it up. He's got confidence right now. Fuhrman had a very tough match in the semifinals. A bit controversial against the Sprayberry wrestler Hudson from Sprayberry, but he pulled that out, earned the right to be in the finals. But he was pushed to the limit, so fatigue might set in here, especially in a 1-point match. But Montesinos has got to push the pace. If he doesn't push the pace, then Fuhrman is getting a little chance to recover right now. So Montesinos has got to get it going. There's a warning for stalling on green wrestler.
Fuhrman gets the warning with 1:34 to play.
That's a big call. That could come in if Montesinos gets to his feet and starts attacking. Fuhrman might get hit. Fuhrman's going to let him go. He realizes he's got to change the pace of this thing a little bit.
And by letting him go, that ties it.
Ties the score. Takedown wins it, or a stalling call.
So we're deadlocked going into the final 80 seconds.
Both wrestlers being real cautious right now. You don't want to make a mistake. You get into this situation. Nice deep shot by Montesinos.
He's in low again.
He's right where he was before, Matt. And if he can get that leg up, work that leg up, he's going to try to come to the side like he is. He's reaching across with a forearm.
That got him 2 earlier.
Nice job. He's in deep. Nice job.
And there's 2.
Montesinos
has a 6-4 lead.
That's a big 2 right now. You know they'll be back to their feet. It's far from over, but that's a big 2.
So Montesinos has come back from an early 2-0 deficit for a 6-4 lead.
There's a replay of that. Montesinos went to the far hip and collapsed that hip, and that got his 2. I see a little fatigue setting in on Fuhrman. That semifinal match might be playing its toll right now. Even though that was this morning around 11 o'clock, that was a tough one. He's got his head down. There's a sign of fatigue. That head's down. Montesinos is working tough on top. Montesinos has not been warned, but Fuhrman has. So Montesinos can be a little more cautious here, and with only 30 seconds, he's got the upper hand.
Time running out on Fuhrman.
Montesinos needs to realize he's got a 2-point lead, so one thing he does not want to do is give up a reverse.
And there's a delay on Montesinos.
He's going to give a warning to Montesinos for stalling. That's going to put the pressure on him now to work and not just ride. Oh, big move.
Montesinos.
I don't think he got the 2-second count.
Yeah, he didn't have him long enough, but it's down to 10 seconds.
That was his last gasp effort. Montesinos is going to pull out.
And there you go.
He's pulling out a reversal of last week's decision where he finished 3rd.
And Josh Montesinos is your state champion.
Big win for Josh. That's a big win.
Josh Montesinos out of Jonesboro High School, the senior, the champion in the 171-pound weight class.
Come out of that area there. The 2 wrestlers meet again. Montesinos finished 3rd last week. Fuhrman was 1st, but they meet again in the finals, and Montesinos gets the big one.
The jubilation of a state championship shared by all. Josh Montesinos, your state champion.